in a cop car. Ay. Shit was legendary through a TV out the window of the montage. Cocaine on the table, liquor porn, don't give a damn. Dude, your girlfriend is a groupie, she just tryna get in. Saying I'm with the band. Ay, ay. Now she acting out of pocket, tryna grab up on my pants. 100 bitches in my trailer, say they ain't got a man. And they all brought a friend. Yeah, ay. I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on the Uzi and show up, man, them the shot toss. When my homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta. I've been in the hills, fucking superstars, feeling like a pop star. Drinking any bad bitches, jumping in the pool and I ain't got on no bra. Hit her front or back, pulling on the tracks and now she screaming out no more. They like Savage, why you got a 12-car garage and you only got 6 cars? I ain't with the cake and how you kiss that. Your wifey say I'm looking like a whole snap. Green hundreds in my safe, I got old racks. LA bitches always asking where the coke at. Living like a rock star, smash out on a cop car, sweeter than a Pop-Tart. You know you are not hard, I done made the hot chart. Remember I used to chop hard, living like a rock star. I'm living like a rock star. I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on the Uzi and show up, man, them the shot toss. When my homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta. Rockstar. Just like a
I wanna take you somewhere, so you know I care, but it's so cold and I don't know where. I brought you daffodils on a pretty string.
So guys, I'm back. Welcome to a new session.
I'm just so tired to share my nights. I wanna cry and I wanna love, but all my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up. my voice, I'll be so fucking rude. But they always win, but I know I'll lose. And I'd sing a song that'd be just ours, but I sang them all to another heart. And I wanna cry, I wanna learn to love, but all my tears have been used up on another. And I wanna cry, I wanna fall in love, but all my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up. I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on
So
the Uzi and show
let's continue unit testing about our helpers methods.
my homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta. Hey, hey, switch my whip, came back in black, I'm starting saying recipes to Bon Scott. Hey, close that door, we blowing smoke, she asked me light a fire like a Marsan. Hey, act a fool on stage, probably leave my fucking show in a cop car.
So we have,
Shit was legendary through a TV out the window of the
we need to test edit budget cost now.
Don't give a damn, dude, your girlfriend is a groupie, she just tryna get it.
Squad,
Saying I'm with the band.
edit
Now she acting out of pocket, tryna grab
budget cost.
on their bitches in my trailer, said they ain't got a man. And they all brought a
We have two contacts here. That is with error message coming from Python service,
I feel just like a rock star.
and when we can actually update
Smoking like a rock star.
successfully.
When we call up on the Uzi and show up, name them the shot
Updates. So it should be first.
pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta.
I've been in the hills,
Updates
fucking superstars, feeling like a pop
successfully.
star. Drinking Henny, bad bitches jumping
Budget
in the pool, and I ain't
cost
got no bra.
successfully.
Hit her front or back, pulling on the
Function.
chest, and now she screaming out no more.
Before this, we need to mock our data, so we need to mock put
Your wifey say I'm looking like a whole snap. Green honey's in my safe, I got old racks.
one equals to synon dot stub
Smash out on a cop car.
axios and the put method that will resolve object data that will include another object that has also object data that will be an array but includes a message error like something went wrong. We should also include this dot options equals to a vault that will have an object username that will be user.email and passwords that will be user.password. Now we should do an after, because we should clean up the reference that the Synon stub creates for the original method. So we should restore the reference of the original method. Function this dot put thanks for the host or rate. Put stub dot restore and restore the reference, and now we can check if should have called axios.put with the correct params. Function and this we should do a mandatory user, and this should receive an object mandatory. Now if I go to inspect this dot put stub dot to have been called with the endpoint that we have here, and should be 0 by default, and this should be 0 by default. And we should pass also to these options to the method. So if you run the tests now, Backend Istanbul, so it's not correct because we should have a body object that will include the project that is 0 string, and that should do it. So we didn't do it. Why? The name, password, options, budget, cost, base Python. So this should work. So why is the meaning? We don't need to actually do the data here, only need the message. They are always returning this, so put stuff to have been called with base Python project ID that is 0 by default, and the ID that is 0 by default. The body is empty and the project will be. So why is the problem here? Okay, I know, because I'm not calling it before each sync function. We should wrap this in the type tracker wait budget cost.edit budget cost with the user. We need the user in this case, so this should work now. ES7 passing, and afterwards we should check should have returned a rejected promise with the correct params, with the correct error message.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
Function expect that budget cost dot edit budget cost. No, not this one. This dot error dot message that I have here 2 equals to something went wrong. 8 passing. Next, should copy this. Pretty much the same. We should only need to put an empty message to restore it, and should check if should check before each function, sync function. In this case, we should call the budget, and I'll start again. It's not that easy. High hopes.
It takes me back to when we started.
High hopes.
When you let it go out and start again.
And the body can be
When it all comes
name,
to an end, but the world
budget name. Right. And we should have called this axis.put with the correct rhymes. So expect that this dot put stop should have been called with this here, and this should be the ID, so project ID. This should be budget ID, and should have colored this with the body, and the body will be project will be project ID, and name will be budget name. We should also call these dot options. Should be the same. Okay, now I should check. Should have return a promise with the correct result. That in this case is a named array. Expect that I keep the results here. This dot result, so I can test the properly result afterwards. So this dot result to equal a named array. 10 passing. Now let's get to delete budget cost. Add budget cost, the budget cost, and now delete budget cost.
It's cold out, take my coat now. I wore it just for you.
Ooh, ooh.
I feel you in my bones
Now,
feel you through and through.
now Should do delete budget cost unit test, but also has a context that with error message function, and we have context also with budget successfully created. And here I should mark this dot delete stub equals to singam dot stub axis dot delete dot resolves should resolve with data object. Also include data object, but only with the message. With something else wrong. We should also include this dot options equals to out. That is an object, username, user.email, password. You do expect this dot September you feeling so expect this dot delete step to have been called with router here. Router is this router. That the project ID by default is 0 and the budget cost by default is 0. And I should pass this dot options only. Should be nice. Cannot restore. Okay. Okay. Post. Not sure why it's going. Okay. So I'm missing something? Yes, I'm missing something because it should be deleted like this way. So this is wrong. So what happened? Project 0, ID 0. And projects. Wow, username, user password. It's weird. Thanks for the follow, X Unique. Hope you like the stream. So this delete stuff should have called with this project. I'm missing something here because it's the same, right? The 0 get the 0, and the options is the same options. So why is complaining? Can anyone find the issue here? Project 0, budget cost, it's the same, and 0 here, and these options. So the same, right? Missing something here. TDD, vault. Yeah, should be this. Right? Base, budget, cost, and the ID. Ah, crap again. I am not coming. The method. Jesus, I always forgot this. Sorry guys. I need to try catches. Oh my god, I always forget this error. And I should do an weight of budget cost dot delete, remove, no, delete budget cost. User should be mandatory, so I should do a user as mandatory. So I have the error here, so this should pass now. Hopefully, yeah, passing. So now, oops, now I should try. Should have return should have return a rejected promise with the correct error message. Function expect this dot error that I retrieved from the call to be equal something went wrong. Shell passing, so when we need to test if occurs well, so we should test this one. And we should clean up the message because it doesn't have any message error. And we should have return a promise with the correct result. Expect budget cost dot delete, passing the user, passing the project ID, for example, project ID, and passing the ID that is the budget ID. So it's okay, and to eventually be equals to an integer. 13. Okay, so we test the budget, so should commit this now.
This is a Chucky beat.
Let's see if I'm missing something. Combo. This should be helpers. This should be chip cost spec. Should do it. Okay, something wrong with this kind of approach. Config. I messed up this probably. Okay, not sure what I'm. So require. Okay, not seeing the config. Why not? So in the configuration, I have a config here. So why the heck I'm not seeing it? It's the same, right? So something is messing me up. Space here? Nope. Budget count. Spec.js. Helpers. Config is not defined. That is it. Right. I go to the package JSON. I have require here, and I'm missing this. No way. Yeah, no way. Config is not defined. So why the heck config is not defined if I have the config here? Let me test this passing, so what the heck? Wire test. What if I do this in my reference node modules /bin /Istanbul underscore cover underscore mocker doesn't work. But why though?
This is a Chucky Beat production.
Why this works and why this doesn't work? Weird stuff here. It's the same yet. Oh my god. Okay. So this is passing. If I go to average, average cost is passing, so okay. So the other one is project. I should commit this first. commit, finish, budget, cost, helper, unit, test. Class, unit tests. So I don't need this. What I need is const product helper. Those two. What I really need is to some way mock the run query, right? Crap. Okay. I can mock the run to be a function that resolves anything. Right. A function that receives 3 arguments, right? I really don't need that because the sub already has a function. But I can mock this. Okay, so dot run. Not sure if it will work, but let's try it. Require product scribe product helper function. You're my wonderwall. Back to you right now. Text. No, should do scribe product exists. Should do context. invalid product ID and context. Yeah, let's do another one. And that will solve the issue, I believe. So a new file. I should do another helper that is IMAX
Of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have
query?
this thought so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. Sometimes quiet is violent.
This should be IMAX. It's on a wrapper, so IMAX. Always receives a user and SQL and a product ID, so IMAX run query. Helper. Is a class and have static run query. And this run query we'll call a promisify. So promisify require from util. I'm not mistaken.
Something terrifying because this time there's no
exports equals to exports equals to timex query and promising, and I should call queries still require timex import and run query.
So often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
These will have the user, these will have SQL statement and params. These will have run. Query helper. Always better, query helper. And this should be run query equals to promisify. Queries dot run. And this should run the queries. So it's promisify. So this should return an async function by default. So this should be return run query with the user SQL and params. This should be enough to wrap the output. And in this case, I will, instead of doing this, I import timex query helper to require timex. Okay. And instead of running this, I will run timex query helper dot run. By default returns a promise.
I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that spot with
For
one
this
pop,
one.
'cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
For this one should be fine. I can mock this one method without having to test. So it's okay.
C'est le marathon, avec elle pas de baratin. Bang bang bang, si tu traînes dans un baratin. Mamma fiosa, assim você me mata. Elle veut que je parle en portugais, mon amour commence à se mesurer. Elle veut en faire portugais, je pense que la suite sera censurée. Eu tô bem, tu tá bem, todo mundo aqui tá bem.
So we can test this now by requiring also the context MX query helper, and let's require MX, and now we can test if product does not exist and context products exists. So before this I should mock the run, so this one I can discard, because if it's invalid I can discard this, so this should be it. Should before which in function it should be when product helper dot product exists with the user, and I can provide null here. Based on that, I can check should or I can spy that. Can do a spy of that before action. This dot run spy equals to cnn dot spy. On timex helper and the run method that resolves doesn't need to resolve because it's only a spy, and should not have Khaled timex query helper dot run. Spec this dot run spy will not have been killed, and we should check should have returned false if the logic is invalid. Product function. Expect this dot result to be false. Should test this. Okay, try passing. Now we should do before function. Now we should mock that. Okay, how can I mock? This is a private.
Crazy, take all my inhibitions, baby. There's nothing holding me back. Take me places, this hair on my reputation. Manipulate my decisions, baby. There's nothing holding me back.
Oh, this dot run stop equals to cnon dot stop IMAX helper, and I should do restore the reference here. So this dot runs by dot restore, and here I can now do that. Run dot results to an empty array. Should be enough. So before which sync function is dot result equals to wait product helper dot product exists with the user and product ID not found. It can be any string that you want. It's not a big deal. It's only mark data. Now we should check if the DMX carry helper executes the run function. So should have called DMX query helper run. Expect that this dot run stop will have been called, and I should clean up the reference after that, so I can reuse that in other methods, in other tests. So function is dot run stop dot restore, and this should work. Okay, nice. And should check what is the result. For me, if it should be false since it doesn't retrieve any data, so should have return promise with false value. Expect that this dot result that was retrieved by here for each it method, and I should check to be false. For passing, Python 26. I'm not right more tests than actual code, because if you saw, I actually done a lot of code. So, but the tests should be done, honestly. But I wasn't. I did the tests. This was implemented previously that I use the NodeJS and mocking stuff, so I was doing integration tests itself in this project. But now at least I learned mocking the stuff and do unit tests in TDD. I'm refactoring the tests that already were written to this kind of mocking and TDD development. So basically, yeah, in this moment, here is I'm writing more tests than the code, but when I finish these tests, it will be more code than testing, at least when we get to implement things. So, because I did a lot of work in this application, and we have a bunch of more I can show you. Yeah, you are watching probably the boring stuff, but actually it's kind of useful to get knowledge about this, because it's actually the point that you can to be 100% sure that your testing is passing and your code or specific methods is working like you expect. So it's basically this. It's not mandatory, but it's a feature or is a tool that you probably need to have, at least for future projects, and at least for you to be sure that when you build a package and deliver it to the quality system or production environments, you are sure that the test is passing and your code is correctly doing what it should be doing. So it is the boring part, but because in the morning, I don't know if you are here, but in the morning I was solving tickets from the board that I was request for my clients. I was solving some tickets here, so actually was implementing the code and not testing. So because this is based on sprints, and the testers are testing what is actually deployed in staging, and when it reopens a card or an issue, we developers trying to solve that issue and deploy it again. So yeah, this is the boring part. I definitely agree with you, but it's important part to actually be implemented. At least you get to know how TDD works, at least in my stream, because I'm doing a lot of TDD. But the fun part comes afterwards, because after this testing and after solving some issues that are still pending, I will be in all the replication that are already built as well, and this in quality system, quality environment, and the tester is testing it and doing a bunch of cards that developers need to solve. So, and I will work on that afterwards, so you can actually see me working on code and solving issues. So And this is kind of important to have, because when your teammates pulls the project, the first thing that they should do is installing the package, right? But run the tests and see if the test in their environments is work correctly. And with unit testing, you can actually see if each environment is working correctly as you want. So and your teammates don't need to fix some tests, because if you implemented the tests correctly, your teammates wouldn't need to actually do some refactor on it. So this is okay.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
It should resolve a product info, so I will, for testing purpose, only do the ID here, product ID, and I should restore it and do product ID or mock product valid ID or something like that, doesn't matter. And I should check that returns true, right? Because it's the value that I want, because the length is equal to 1. So should have return true if the project was found. Function expect product helper dot product exists, user, and why I'm doing this, I only need one. I don't need this before each. I only need to this one and to eventually be true, right? Because it's what I'm expecting. So 5 passing. So other one is get projects. We only need to test if this is run. So it's quite simple test. So describe can be context. We need to do so context get products function before function is dot away. So these dots run stuff goes to Sinan dot stop timex query helper dot the method should results. I only need to check this because it should have called timex query helper dot run expect that this dot run stuff to have been called should have Does it need this? Does it need this? It should work. This doesn't work because I didn't call it before. Function await this dot get projects, the dot product helper dot get projects, and this user. Okay, 6 passing. Next one. Okay, we have the invalid, so we have a bunch of them. So describe get product info function. So get product. So the context is when product ID invalid.
I was walking down the street the other day.
We have another one like when context doesn't have a product, so product not found. Not found.
Bigger than it used to be. If you want, you can rent that place. Call me an amenity.
And we have the other one that is product price not found. We have the other one that is product price found. So this one, we have two calls of here. This is kind of simple.
I see how your tension builds. It's like looking in a mirror. You're touched like a happy pill, but still all we do is fear. What could possibly happen next? Can we focus on the love? Paint my kiss across your chest. If you're the art, I'll be the brush. Ooh, it's taking up a fraction of my mind.
These dots.
Every time I watch you serpentine. Oh, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Oh, trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Not to think, I'll tell you about you. No, not to think, I'll tell you about you. No, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Oh, trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Not to get into you.
So in this case,
With my feelings on fire, guess I'm a bad liar. And reality, actuality, reality. Oh, baby,
reality.
actuality, reality. Oh, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Oh, trying, I'm trying.
So these dots don't really need this. At least, yeah, I can can do this by .run spy. I didn't do before each. This is after. Start run stop. Dot restore.
Guess I'm a bad liar.
Run spy. Run spy. Xenon.spy is the timex query helper run, and I should do before each don't like this one, so songs skip. Okay. Song skip. Sorry, song skip. No. Okay. So how I skip this. Next one, yeah, like this one. So before each, we're doing a sync function here, and so we keep the value. Wait is product helper dot get product info. Take the user, and I don't need to pass the product ID, and should not have carrots timex query helper dot run. Function. Believer. Is that one spine to not have been covered? Should have return a promise with the correct result. Expect that this dot results to equal empty object. Passing. Now the other one should be stuck. Should do after restore the reference. Run spy dot restore. And before here,
the flames, you're the face of the future, the blood in my veins, oh, ooh, the blood in my veins, oh, ooh.
Now we should do these dots. Run stuff equals C9 dot step.
I want to stop. We can't.
Query dot run dot resolves empty array, and after function and stop dot restore, and before each we do keep the results. Dynamics project helper dot, not this one, is product helper dot get product info with the user and project ID not valid, maybe. And we should have palettes with timex query helper dot run. Should have turn promise with correct results. In this case, we should check for these dots and burn stuff to have been called with to be called is enough, and in this case expect that these dot results to equal empty object. Then passing, now we can copy this, but we have a tweak to do here that is actually will resolve the product. But in the second call we don't have a product price. So in this case I will mock to only retrieve the ID for testing purpose. It will retrieve more than the ID property, but it's enough for test. .id, but I need to solve this because this is running first time and this is running the second time, right? So I need to mock both of the requests. So to actually do this, NodeJS provides us the on first call that specifies if in the first call I should resolve with this value, okay, and the second call I should resolve with other value. So I should resolve with an empty object because I have a product price and product price should be undefined, right? So and we have a new follower. Thank you, Austin, for the follow. If you want to join to Discord channel, I have a link. If you type !Discord, you can join to Discord community. We share a bunch of links with new language and knowledge or blog posts to actually developers read and share information with each other, which provide us to grow together. Feel free if you want to join. We also have some comments, some FAQ comments that you can type and see what I'm doing and what is my background, what is my stack, what is my Visual Studio Code team, and so on. So this is not valid, this is not the function. Why? Because it's on second call and we should reset the history, I believe, after each. So this should be before each function. Should store the history here so we can run each test with a clean history of the stub. So run stub dot set history, and should have been called. That is right. Should have been called twice. I believe the method is this. Twice. And should have get the correct result. That is, I should do expected result here. So project ID is valid, and I should do this dot expected result. I'm expecting the ID, that for me is product ID. I'm expecting the price to be 0. I'm expecting the purchase value to be 0. So I'm expecting that this result to equal to this dot expected result. So it should work. Yeah, works perfectly. Now we have a last one context here, that we can copy this stuff because it will be pretty much the same, and we can do project value, but on the first call, on the second call, I should return an array with why I'm doing this is the same as this one. We need to actually do that, and we need to actually do this. So in this case, the price, product price found, and the product price. This should return the price and the percentage value. For example, 10 and 20 example, and the expecting value should be also this, so 10 and 20. So this should do it. Nope, apparently not. Undefined and defined. Huh. Why? So I have the product here, I have the price. On first call, I get this. On the second call, I get this.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
A product price. Expected to be priced to 10 and purchase value 10. It's correct. So check what I'm returning here. press indefine and undefined. This is okay, this is okay. So this product here,
wish I could relive every single word. We've taken different paths and traveled different roads. I know we'll always end up on the same one when we're old.
the product here, product ID. So this is the same, right? Oh, it's passing now. Okay, forget that. It's passing now. Not sure what is happening, but okay. So miss only one. Describe. That is get sub products info.
Oh brother, we go deeper than the ink beneath the skin of our tattoos.
Function.
No, we don't share
Context. Not valid. Product ID invalid.
Heaven only knows if we'll make it back with all our fingers in our toes. 5 years, 20 years, come back, we'll always be the same.
And
If I was dying on my knees, you would be the one to
asking me.
And if you were drowned at sea, I'd give you my lungs so you could breathe. I've got you,
Brother.
I've got
You brother.
And if we don't trouble
Hi from Portugal. Hi Jamie Pie. How are you doing? You are already in Portugal? Spending your nice holidays, right?
because I've got you,
I will be also in Algarve in the next week.
I've got
Nearby Faro.
If I was
So products. Products. It's product ID. So before this, we should stub timex query helper. So this dot run spy. Yeah, probably it is. It's not kind of like UK, right? So this dot Sinan dot spy. So how the holidays? How the first holiday or first day? It's going well. It's too hot. Timex helper run. And I should check before each sync function. This dot results equals to a wait. Timex helper dot get subproduct info with the user. Not need to pass the product ID, and it should not have called mx query helper dot run expect this dot run spy to not have been called, and we should also check should have returned a promise with the correct result. That for us in this moment is a named array, so expect this dot result to be equal a named array. So this should work. As texting is passing, now we should test the other context here. We should also restore the reference of the mocking, so we do this by typing after the context test. We should this dot run spy dot restore the mock to restore the reference of the original method, so we can reuse that afterwards. So before we now do a stub here, time x run, and we should resolve like one subproduct is enough. ID subproduct ID is enough, and afterwards we should restore this. So this dot run stub scene run store before each elevate this dot result user, and I should pass product, so product ID, and I should get an expected value that I expect the array of subproducts, so ID subproduct ID, and I should check should have colored mx dot helper dot run expect this dot run stuff to have been called, and I expect that should have returned a promise with the correct result. That for us is my expected result, so I should only expect this dot result that I will retrieve for each iteration method here, and I should compare that these two equal to this dot expected result and should pass. So 18 passing, probably we have a full coverage of this method and in this class, sorry, and we should pass forward to the other one. So I should commit the changes. Let's commit, add product helper unit tests class unit tests. So it's enough. Git push. Don't recognize. Git push. Okay. Now should do the other one. Should create another one. Project.spec.js. What we are missing here. And should put project here. I should test this one, but first I will take a short break, guys. See you in probably 5-10 minutes. So hope you see you there when I'm come back. So I'm back, guys. And Bush, best killer 4. How are you doing? Nice.
All right, you guys ready? Cool. All right, here we go.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse.
And then news.
I was dreaming of bigger things and a
So the number.
I was lightning before the thunder.
Thunder, 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 feel the thunder. Lightning in the thunder, 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 feel the thunder.
Lightning and the thunder, 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 yeah. Whoa,
Thunder, yeah.
Now kids were laughing in my
Okay,
classes
so
while I was
project
before the masses.
can
Oh,
be
let me make you
deleted.
You're dreaming about being a big star. Say you're basic, say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling
Context
from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds.
with reason message. And we have another one with error message, and without errors. So to have this, we should mark the should do is mandatory, and before this we should mark xuse.get method. So this dot get star Sinan dot star access and the get. This will resolve with a data object, and the data object will have a reason that is something went wrong. Should have also the options method. So options equals to about username user.emails and passwords user.password. Now before each, since it's not train error, but we should check if it's false. So before each sync function is better, probably is. Yeah, without noise. Okay. So now, should do this result. We'll wait. Project helper dot project can be deleted. passing by the user. And we should check, should have valid xuse.get with the function should expect this.run stub, get step, sorry, to have valid at this point. This should be fine.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
Okay. Option should now
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever
as
heard.
well.
I wish I had a better
So
voice
it should be projects.
I found some chords in an order that is
Project.
new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I
Okay,
say
now when it's passing, should check also.
but now I'm insecure.
Should have the comments with correct. Should have returned a promise with the correct result. And I expect that these dot results to be false. Okay, yeah, because I don't clean up reference, so this dot get stuff dot restore. Now we keep the cache, so I need to rerun this. Should be okay. So without error message, so I should do here is only have these two.
I'm never able to identify where it's coming from. I'd make a candle out of it
So get the reason we don't have a reason, but we have a message that sound and
but it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
it should have promise with
Wish we could turn back time
correct
to the good old days when the
function.
mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed.
Expect that project helper dot project can be deleted with the user and project ID.
But now we're stressed out. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then
To
we'd fly
eventually
dream about
be
space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, "Wake up, you need to make money." Yeah. We used to play
now we have another one,
different names. We would build a rocket ship.
pretty much the same, but I should add also a deletable flag. It should be 2. So is I should have this it, but should be true since I get the true value. But it appears not, because I didn't put an empty string on the message, so this one. Okay, next one. Next one is add project. The user should not be sorry, and this one should do here? What I should do here? Should do.
Standing in the cold and the frozen wind, I'm leaving you behind, but it's not
So
no. Walking on a plane as I hold my breath, it's gonna be weeks till I breathe again.
no.
I know that you hate it, and I hate it just as much as you. But if you can brave it, I can brave it all for you. Call me anytime you can see the lightning. Don't you feel alone, you can always find me. We got a wild love, raging. Lost among a million changing faces. Every day our hearts keep trading places. We got a wild love, raging. Checking into hotel loneliness, it's not what I've been used to, I confess. I wake up 3 times a night. Talking to a stranger is nothing new. She knows how to smile but not like you, so I wait for you all night. I know that you hate it, and I hate it just as much as you. But if you can brave it, I can brave it all for you. Call me anytime you can see the lightning. Don't you feel alone, you can always find me. We got a wild love, raging. Lost among a million changing faces. Every day our hearts keep trading places. We got a wild love, raging. Never feel alone, you can always find me. We've got a wild love, raging.
Line.
Is this a place that I call
home.
to find what
I belong
walk along the path?
alone. We live, we love, we die.
Deep in the dark, I don't need the light. There's a ghost inside me. It all belongs to the other side.
We live, we love, we die. Oh, crap. Calibits should check this. That body. And define, and define. Oh, no, no, no. And define, and define, and the bug also define. By default, it's the values. So we should also pass the options. Should be fine. Okay, so and we should check the error. So it should have returned a rejected promise with the correct error message function. Correct. Is that error dot message to equal something went wrong? Now successfully added. Should copy this stuff. And I should provide the body here. And I should provide this dot body here. That should be the name. With this one, name should be check name. But the code not be needed. This will be company ID. Will be the part the project manager. This will be employee's ID, actor ID, voice invoice responsible, invoice layout, and credit node ID, and that maybe this is the body, and I should add the body here. Should do will not retrieve any. I retrieve the results here, and it should be here, and the body should be this body. And the weight should clean this up, save. Now I should change this one, and I should data. I will only retrieve project ID. The project now. It should be called what? It should be called. I need to do some. Need to do name, and I keep track start button. So I can now do this. Now do call with the name and call it with the codes that is the name, and do others.
I don't think that we could work this out on the terrace. I don't know if it's fair, but I thought, how could I let you fall by?
Okay, and pass the options, and these are error to equal project ID. Not error message, right? So I should return not what I expect.
Everything, let's show them we are better. Let's show them we are better.
Okay, because I'm passing 5 more.
Let's show them we are better. We were staying in Paris. To get away from your parents, you look so proud.
Yeah, it's different. Crap.
Posting pictures of yourself on the internet, out on the terrace.
Department.
In the air of this small town, on our own, cutting glass with the thrill of it, getting drunk on the past we were living in. If we go down, then we go down together.
What changes only organizations unit, the project manager, and the template, right?
Go down together, we'll get away with everything. Let's show them we are better. Let's show them we are.
I don't receive a template,
Let's show them we are.
right? The template is project template ID.
We were staying in Paris.
On this one. Crap.
Let's show them we are.
It should be the partner,
Let's show them we are. Show them we are.
right?
If we
Partner
go down, then we go down
ID.
together. They'll say
It should be project manager ID.
they'll say
It
that
should
I
be
was clever. If
check
we
play type.
down, then
We have a template.
down together. We'll get away with
Project
let's show
plate ID. Template ID.
we were
I
staying
have adapter. We have a responsible layout. Script and that. So what actually changed is the company, right? So because I receive client, not company. Client ID. What changed is this one. So name. Change the name. Change the client. the department ID. Project manager didn't change, but I need to actually put project manager ID. Need to put project in. Still same. Should do. Still do name. Code will be this. Should do also stuff here. The others, but firstly I should do company client ID, organization unit should be partner, project manager ID, project manager should be project manager, template should be project template ID, rest is okay. 7 is okay, it's only the one that is not passing because I need to check this dot result to equal project ID, and 8 passing. Now delete project is the last one. Delete project. Show. Follow. Oh, function here. Do after? Yes, I do after. So this only need to have two contexts here. One of them is with error message. Context without project successfully deleted. We should mark before function this dot delete stuff in dot stuff Axios it dot false data false is object. Don't need the data, I only need the message. That's something. Chins also. Chins a lot. The user.email and password will be you. Password.
Can keep my hands to myself. Think I'll dust them all, put them back up on the shelf. In case my little baby girl is in need. Am I coming out of left field? I'm a rebel just for kids now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Not over, but feel it still. I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Gone with the falling leaf. Am I coming out of left field?
Ooh.
I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might have had your fear, I can feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. We can fight a war for peace. I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Give it to that easy living, go back to my hopes and dreams. Stop living for my enemies. We can wait until the walls come down.
Ooh.
It's time to give a little to the kids in the middle.
Here we go, here we go.
Don't bother me.
Easy coming, easy coming, easy coming, easy coming, easy coming. Ooh.
Rebel just for kicks, yeah, your lovers are no biz for my heart to eclipse now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Might have had your fear, I can feel it still.
There's something inside me that pulls beneath the surface, consuming, confusing. This lack of self-control I fear is never ending, controlling. I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in. I felt this way before, so insecure, crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Fear is how I fall, confusing what is real. Discomfort in this thing has pulled itself upon me, distracting, reacting. Against my will, I stand beside my own reflection. It's haunting how I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in. I felt this way before, so insecure. Crawling in my skin. These wounds in what is real. Fear is how I fall. Confused, confused.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoes. Really point two just to hurt you. All red lamb just to tease you. None of these toys on lease to. Made your whole year in a week too. Yeah, main bitch out of your league too. Side bitch out of your league too. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table come from ebony.
Oops, but I did know.
Kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Every day a nigga try to test me, yeah. Every day a nigga try to end me, yeah. Pull off in that roadster SV, yeah. Pockets overweight, getting hefty, yeah. Coming for the king, that's a far cry. I come alive in the fall time, the competition, I don't really listen. I'm in the blue moon, song, bumping new edition. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see the shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my car if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Let a nigga Brad Pitt, legend of the fall, took the year like a bandit. Bought mama a crib and a brand new wagon. Now she hit the grocery shop looking lavish. Star Trek roof in the Wraith the Con. Girls get loose when they hear the song. 100 on the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for cause. House so empty, need a centerpiece.
So we have at least half of application structure coverage. Because if we see coverage, we have the calculation fully coverage, helpers fully coverage, right? Locals fully coverage, metadata fully coverage, subprojects only the queries. Why is subproject only the queries? Is the other one? Why is it happening? Remove.
Will you hold the line when every one of them is giving up and giving in? Tell me, in this house of mine, nothing ever comes without a consequence of cost. Tell me, will the stars align? Will heaven step in? Will it save us from our sin? Will it? Cause this house of mine stands strong. That's the price to pay. Leave behind your heart and cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're a natural. I beat it hard as stone. You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life.
So guys, I will be leaving now. I will stream probably tomorrow. Start as usual 10 and off. If you want to follow or join to Discord channel, I post the links here. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I post the link as well here, and the other social media. So we have YouTube as well if you want. Live streams is also in YouTube and Mixer platforms. So tomorrow I will be back, probably solving some issues, cards firstly, from the project, not actually TDD, and unit testing. I will try to solve some problems that I have in this utilization in this project. So thanks for watching, and hope you like it, and see you tomorrow. So guys, thanks for watching, and please, if you want, who is not in Discord channel, please join the Discord channel. We can share information and grow together. So I will try to see if there's anybody to raids, but appears not, at least for programming stuff. So see you tomorrow, and hope you like. And here is Nightbug. I'll also display all the links that I have. You can join them or follow my YouTube account, Mixer, or Twitter, and join my Discord channel. So see you soon, guys. Bye.